Nikola Tesla died alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel on January 7, 1943. What happened in the hours that followed would spark one of the most intriguing mysteries of the modern age. Within hours of his death, federal agents swept into his room and seized everything. Papers, notebooks, personal belongings, all of it vanished into government vaults. But before we dive deeper into this remarkable story, I'd love to know where you're watching this from. Drop a comment below and tell me your city or country. And if you're finding this fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden history content. The official story tells us that Tesla's papers were examined and found to contain nothing of value, just the ramblings of an old man who had lost touch with reality. But the truth is far more complex and disturbing. Tesla wasn't just any inventor. He was perhaps the most brilliant mind of his generation. The man who gave us alternating current, wireless technology, and inventions that still power our modern world. So why would the government go to such extraordinary lengths to suppress his final works? Tesla's last years were shrouded in mystery and increasing isolation. He lived like a hermit in his hotel room, surviving on milk and crackers, speaking only to the pigeons he fed daily in nearby parks. To most observers, he appeared to be a broken man, forgotten by the world that had once celebrated his genius. But behind closed doors, Tesla was working feverishly on projects that would make his earlier inventions seem primitive by comparison. In his final interviews, Tesla spoke of discoveries that could revolutionize human civilization. He claimed to have unlocked the secrets of unlimited free energy that could be transmitted wirelessly across the globe. He talked about communication devices that could reach other planets and spoke cryptically of forces in nature that mainstream science refused to acknowledge. Most disturbing of all, he claimed to have perfected what he called his peace ray, a particle beam weapon so powerful it could destroy aircraft from hundreds of miles away. The government's interest in Tesla's work wasn't academic curiosity. America was in the midst of World War II, desperately seeking any technological advantage over its enemies. Intelligence reports suggested that both Nazi Germany and Soviet Russia were pursuing similar advanced weapons programs. The possibility that Tesla had actually succeeded in creating such devices was too important to ignore and too dangerous to leave unguarded. What makes Tesla's final message so compelling isn't just what he claimed to have discovered, but how he framed these discoveries in his last written communications. According to recently surfaced documents, Tesla left behind a cryptic note that read, "The world is not ready for what I have seen. My discoveries will remain buried until humanity is prepared to embrace them without fear. Energy is all around us, limitless and infinite, but greed blinds the eyes of men. When the time comes, the truth will emerge, and it will be both a revelation and a reckoning." This wasn't the rambling of a senile old man. This was a deliberate message from someone who understood that his discoveries were so revolutionary they could destabilize the entire foundation of modern society. Tesla had spent his career watching powerful interests suppress technologies that threatened established industries. He had seen his wireless energy transmission project at Wardenclyffe Tower shut down when financiers realized it would make traditional power distribution obsolete. The morning after Tesla's death, his nephew Sava Kasanovic rushed to the hotel, only to discover that key items were already missing from the room. Technical papers and a black notebook containing notes on government work had vanished before the official seizure even began. This suggests that interested parties were monitoring Tesla closely and moved quickly to secure his most sensitive materials. The Office of Alien Property, acting on FBI instructions, confiscated everything that remained. 2 truckloads of documents, equipment, and personal belongings disappeared into government custody. The FBI's own files reveal that this seizure was legally questionable, since Tesla was a naturalized American citizen. But with national security at stake, legal niceties were easily overlooked. Dr. John Trump, an electrical engineer from MIT and uncle to future President Donald Trump, was assigned to evaluate Tesla's papers. His official report dismissed Tesla's later work as primarily of a speculative, philosophical, and promotional character with no practical value. This assessment was used for decades to deflect questions about what the government had really found among Tesla's possessions. But Dr. Trump's dismissive report tells only part of the story. Recently declassified documents reveal that military officials at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base had a very different opinion of Tesla's particle beam research. Brigadier General L.C. Craigie, the first person to fly a jet aircraft for the military, stated that there's something to this, the particle beam weapon is real. This creates a fascinating contradiction. One group of government officials dismissing Tesla's work, while another group took it seriously enough to continue research and development. The implications of Tesla's suppressed research extend far beyond military applications. His work on wireless energy transmission could have fundamentally altered the course of human development. Imagine a world where electricity flows freely through the atmosphere, where every device can draw power from the cosmic energy Tesla believed permeated space itself. Such technology would eliminate the need for power plants, transmission lines, and the entire infrastructure of centralized energy distribution. But this utopian vision came with a dark side that Tesla understood all too well. Free energy would devastate entire industries overnight. Oil companies, utility corporations, and the financial interests that controlled them would lose trillions of dollars in assets. The geopolitical balance of power, built on controlling energy resources, would collapse. Tesla's revelation and reckoning wasn't just about scientific discovery. It was about the economic and social upheaval that would follow. Tesla's final message suggests he deliberately withheld his most revolutionary discoveries, choosing to take them to his grave rather than see them misused or suppressed. His note about humanity not being ready for what he had seen reflects a deep understanding of human nature and the corrupting influence of power. He had witnessed firsthand how his earlier inventions were commercialized and weaponized in ways he never intended. The mysterious references to receiving signals from beyond Earth in Tesla's later interviews add another layer to this puzzle. He claimed these communications were intelligent and purposeful, suggesting contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. While this sounds like science fiction, Tesla's credibility as a scientist forces us to consider the possibility that his isolation in his final years wasn't driven by mental decline, but by the overwhelming implications of what he had discovered. Tesla's prediction that energy would be available in unlimited amounts wasn't based on wishful thinking, but on his deep understanding of electromagnetic phenomena. He had demonstrated wireless power transmission over considerable distances and believed he could scale this technology to global proportions. His Colorado Springs experiments had shown him that the Earth itself could serve as a conductor for vast amounts of electrical energy. The suppression of Tesla's final message represents more than government secrecy. It symbolizes humanity's relationship with transformative knowledge. Throughout history, discoveries that threaten established power structures have been suppressed, delayed, or perverted from their original purpose. Tesla understood this pattern and chose to protect his most dangerous discoveries by ensuring they would die with him. But Tesla's final message contained another element that makes it particularly relevant today. His warning about greed blinding the eyes of men speaks directly to our current environmental and energy crises. We live in a world where fossil fuel companies suppress renewable energy research, where pharmaceutical corporations prioritize profits over public health, and where technological advances serve the interests of the few rather than the many. The government's continued classification of Tesla-related documents, more than 80 years after his death, suggests that some of his discoveries remain relevant to current research programs. The development of directed energy weapons, wireless power transmission, and advanced communication systems all trace their roots back to principles Tesla explored in his final years. The fact that some of his papers are still missing from the public record indicates that certain agencies continue to find value in his suppressed research. Tesla's particle beam weapon, dismissed by some as impossible, may have inspired decades of secret military research. The Strategic Defense Initiative, commonly known as Star Wars, pursued many of the same principles Tesla outlined in his Peace Ray concept. High-energy particle beams capable of destroying incoming missiles or aircraft remain an active area of military research today. The fact that such weapons have never been publicly deployed doesn't mean they don't exist. It may simply mean they're too classified to acknowledge. The wireless energy transmission technology Tesla pioneered has recently experienced a renaissance. Companies like Tesla Motors, named in honor of the inventor, are exploring wireless charging systems for electric vehicles. NASA is investigating space-based solar power systems that would beam energy back to Earth using microwave transmission. These developments suggest that Tesla's impossible ideas are finally being recognized as practical engineering challenges rather than science fiction fantasies. Tesla's final message about cosmic energy being all around us resonates with modern understanding of quantum mechanics and zero-point energy. Physicists now acknowledge that empty space itself contains vast amounts of energy at the quantum level. While we haven't yet learned to harness this energy practically, the theoretical foundation for Tesla's claims has been established. His intuitive understanding of these phenomena, decades before the mathematics to describe them existed, demonstrates the prescient nature of his genius. The timing of Tesla's death at the height of World War II ensured that his final discoveries would be viewed through the lens of national security rather than scientific advancement. The military applications of his research took precedence over the peaceful uses he had envisioned. This pattern continues today, where breakthrough technologies are often classified and developed as weapons before their civilian applications are explored. Tesla's prediction that his discoveries would emerge when humanity was prepared to embrace them without fear suggests a test of our collective maturity. Are we ready for technologies that could eliminate scarcity and transform the foundations of our economic system? Can we handle the responsibility that comes with unlimited energy and instantaneous global communication? Tesla's assessment of early 20th century humanity was clearly negative. He believed we would use such power destructively rather than constructively. The concept of Tesla's final message extends beyond any single document or note. His entire body of suppressed research represents a message about the relationship between scientific discovery and human wisdom. He understood that technological advancement without corresponding moral and spiritual development could lead to catastrophe. His decision to withhold his most powerful discoveries was an act of protection, not just for his own legacy but for humanity itself. Modern attempts to reconstruct Tesla's suppressed research face the same challenges he anticipated. Private researchers and citizen scientists who claim to have rediscovered his free energy principles often find their work marginalized or suppressed. Patent applications for revolutionary energy devices are frequently classified under national security provisions. The same forces that silenced Tesla continue to operate today, ensuring that truly transformative technologies remain under institutional control. Tesla's warning about a reckoning accompanying his revelations proves increasingly prophetic as we face global challenges that conventional technologies cannot solve. Climate change, resource depletion, and growing inequality all demand solutions that our current energy and economic systems cannot provide. The technologies Tesla suppressed might hold keys to addressing these existential challenges, but accessing them requires confronting the same vested interests that suppressed them originally. The psychological impact of Tesla's final message cannot be understated. Here was a man who had given humanity some of its most important technological advances, yet chose to take his greatest discoveries to the grave. This represents either the ultimate act of scientific responsibility or the tragic waste of knowledge that could have transformed civilization. The fact that we're still debating this question 8 decades later demonstrates the enduring power of Tesla's final choice. Recent disclosure of government documents related to UFO encounters has added new context to Tesla's claims about receiving extraterrestrial signals. While these communications were dismissed as delusions during his lifetime, the possibility that Tesla made contact with non-human intelligence can no longer be categorically rejected. If his claims were accurate, the suppression of his final message takes on even greater significance as a lost opportunity for advancing human understanding of our place in the universe. Tesla's final message forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the relationship between knowledge and power. Who decides which scientific discoveries should be shared with humanity and which should be suppressed? How do we balance national security interests against the potential benefits of revolutionary technologies? Tesla's decision to self-censor his most important work suggests that he had lost faith in humanity's ability to make these decisions wisely. The legacy of Tesla's suppressed final message continues to influence scientific research and conspiracy theories in equal measure. Every breakthrough in wireless power transmission or directed energy research is scrutinized for connections to Tesla's lost work. Every government classification of a promising technology feeds speculation about ongoing suppression of revolutionary discoveries. Tesla's ghost haunts modern science, representing both the promise of unlimited human potential and the tragedy of knowledge deliberately hidden from those who could benefit from it. As we face an uncertain future marked by environmental challenges and technological disruption, Tesla's final message remains urgently relevant. His vision of unlimited clean energy and instantaneous global communication describes technologies we desperately need. His warning about greed and fear preventing the adoption of revolutionary discoveries describes obstacles we still struggle to overcome. The question isn't whether Tesla's suppressed research could help solve our current problems. It's whether we've finally developed the wisdom to handle the solutions he discovered. Tesla's final message to humanity wasn't just contained in his last written words or his confiscated papers. It lives in the example he set of a scientist who understood that knowledge without wisdom is dangerous, that technological power without moral development leads to destruction. His decision to suppress his own discoveries was a message about the responsibility that comes with revolutionary knowledge and the courage required to protect humanity from its own potential for self-destruction. The story of Tesla's suppressed final message serves as a mirror for our own time, reflecting our continued struggle to balance scientific advancement with human wisdom. Until we can prove ourselves worthy of the knowledge Tesla withheld, his final message remains not just a historical curiosity but a challenge to become the species he hoped we might someday become. The revelation and reckoning he predicted may still await us, but only when we've demonstrated the maturity to handle the awesome responsibility that comes with unlimited power over the forces of nature. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of history's most intriguing mysteries. If you found this exploration of Tesla's suppressed final message fascinating, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more hidden history content. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Tesla's decision to withhold his greatest discoveries. Was he protecting humanity from itself, or depriving us of technologies that could have changed the world? Share your perspective in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.